Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn. I am doing a reading for the sign of Taurus. This will be for the month of March. I got a new deck, and so I'm really excited to use it. I'm just going to show you. This is the spread that I'm doing. And the spread is a message from the universe spread. So basically, you separate the deck into 5 different categories. So wands, swords, cups, and pentacles, and then major arcana cards, okay? And so the major arcana, I'll go through this with you as I'm reading it. The major arcana card represents your spiritual life. The wands represent work life, swords represent intellectual life, pentacles represent physical life, and the cups represent your emotional life. So, okay, so I went through each card and I've made my own notes, so I'll just read you what my notes are, and then I'll read you what the card says in the book, okay? So your first card is High Priestess. This is represents your spiritual life, and it's saying here to pay attention to your dreams. The universe is sending you signs and symbols. There's knowledge you need, and that it can be revealed. This knowledge is beyond logic. You must trust your intuition and hope you understand what your gut is trying to tell you. Refrain from action for a while. Take time to search for wisdom within yourself. You need to move on from this. You need to use common sense right now. This could mark the beginning of a personal spiritual journey. Again, you have to trust your gut, share knowledge, don't keep secrets, trust your inner gut instincts to guide you through this situation. It's time to retreat. Things around you are not what they appear right now. And your second card is your work card, and it's the 10 of Wands, and it's saying here that you're taking on a heavier load, workload, or just more responsibility. This card is in a way a victory because you've achieved your goals. It also indicates an ending. This phase of the project is over. You cannot continue working in this manner. You need to scale. It's time to scale back on your workload, downsize the project, delegate tasks. So ask people for help, hire more staff, do what is necessary to lighten your workload, is what your second card is telling you, Taurus. Your third card is the King of Cups. This is your represents your emotional life. Peaceful, sensitive, affectionate, calm. You love your home, you value your family and a relaxed home life. You prefer to lead by teaching through gentle guidance. Enjoy expressing yourself creatively, but is even more supportive of others' creativity, sometimes at the expense of your own. Your fourth card is your intellectual card, or represents your intellectual life. This card represents those worries that keep you up all night or wake you suddenly in the early morning hours. Thoughts, worries, guilt, anguish, or concern fill your mind and create havoc. You seem to be unable to settle your mind. The lack of sleep adds to the situation, making you feel even more vulnerable. And then your last card, Knight of Pentacles. This is your physical, represents your physical life. You're very dependable. People can count on you to do what you say you're going to do, and you do it well. Whether the task is you'll work until it's finished, the handyman or woman who can do anything. This person, maybe you, was the kid who worked his way through school and managed to save for his house at the same time. Good about saving and investing carefully, not making a quick buck or taking big risks. Extremely organized, almost annoyingly so. Okay, so those are what your cards represent. So let me just read to you again here. So you got the High Priestess, and it says here, this card is about knowledge that you need and that can be revealed. This knowledge is beyond logic. You must access and trust your intuition if you hope to understand it. Refrain from action for a while and instead take the time to search within yourself for the wisdom you need to move on. It could also mark the beginning of a personal spiritual journey. On a mundane level, it suggests sharing knowledge and not keeping secrets. Sorry, I think I said earlier keeping secrets. Not keeping secrets. Your Ten of Wands card. This card is, in a way, a victory. It signifies that you've achieved your goals. However, it also indicates an ending. This phase of the project is over. You cannot continue on in this manner. It is just too much work. Now is the time to scale back on your workload, downsize the project, delegate tasks, hire more staff, ask for help, do what is necessary to lighten your workload. And this card is about those worries that keep you up all night or wake you suddenly in the early morning hours. Thoughts, worries, guilt, anguish, or concerns fill your mind and create havoc. You seem unable to settle your mind. The lack of sleep adds to the situation, making you feel even more vulnerable. The Knight of Pentacles. This knight is the most dependable of the knights. You can count on him to do what he says and to do it well. Whatever the task at hand, he'll work until it's finished. He's the handyman who can do anything. He's the kid who works his way through school and manages to save for his house at the same time. He's good about saving and investing carefully, but he's not about making a quick buck or taking big risks. He is extremely organized, maybe annoyingly so. He can be a loner, preferring staying home to nightclubs or large parties. He is sometimes a little too cautious in his choices and a little too tight with his money. He can be dull and stubborn. And the last card is the King of Cups. This king is peaceful, sensitive, affectionate, and calm. He loves his home and values family and a relaxed home life. He prefers to lead by teaching through gentle guidance. He may enjoy expressing himself creatively, but is even more supportive of others' creativity, sometimes at the expense of his own. He is generally friendly and caring, a very nice man to have around. He can be overly sentimental and may seem soft to those who don't know him well. Okay, so Taurus, that's your reading for March. And if I turn the cards upside down, this is just a clarifying cards. So you got 7 of Wands, the Devil, 10 of Swords, 3 of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. So I can just read you here what those clarifying messages are here. So with the 7 of Wands, with this card, someone or something has put a block in your path. Before you can move forward and continue on your journey, you have to face a challenge. You need to be brave, strong, and confident. This is not a fight to ignore. There is too much at stake. You cannot afford to give up. You must defend yourself. Then the 10 of Swords, that message here, let me just read you that. It says here, this card says, in no uncertain terms, that finally it's over. You have fought and worked at it, but you cannot change the situation. There's no fixing it. You may want to try one last time, but you will have to accept that this time you are beaten. It's a strange moment because you thought you'd feel a lot more pain and distress, but actually you feel calm and peaceful. Deep down, you are relieved that you don't have to fight it anymore. And then the Devil, that's your Major Arcana card in the middle here. Let me just get to that message. Okay. A pale woman is chained, hands and feet together, and left on top of a huge horned skull. The horns are a sign of masculine virility, yet they adorn a dead skull. She too is crowned with horns as well as jewels. Both she and the skull are surrounded by flames representing passion. She is, it appears, enslaved by her passions. She doesn't act afraid or even interested in getting away. Her expression looks almost amused. It is easy to assume that she is here of her own free will. However, as time passes and the flames grow, and perhaps other uncomfortable situations develop, she may find she no longer has a choice, that she cannot get out of the situation without help. A pentagram represents the 4 elements under the dominion of the spirit. However, the pentagram on the skull is inverted, signifying the dominance of the physical world over the spiritual one. The devil card is rarely a pleasant one. It suggests bondage or addiction to a dangerous practice, substance, situation, or person. Less extreme and less dangerous, it can represent overindulgences of any sort, eating, drinking, sexual activity, staying up late, etc. These may be unhealthy, and the appearance of this card in a reading may remind you to adopt more moderate practices. Being held captive by your passions may feel like fun for a short time, but such imbalance is never a good long-term plan. And then the 3 of Cups. This is your 4th card. The message. This joyful card represents a time of celebration and mutual support. It is the grateful recognition of family, friends, and community and all that they add to our lives, often in the form of holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, and other celebrations. The 3 of Cups can suggest the ending of disagreements by way of a happy compromise. It is an all-around good omen in financial, relationship, work, or spiritual concerns. And then the last card, the Queen of Pentacles. It says here, the Queen is very down to earth. Something bothering you? She'll offer fresh baked cookies or a pot of soup. She loves to garden, cook, bake, sew, do-it-yourself projects, or anything that can make her environment more beautiful, comfortable, and efficient. She is very good at everything she does. She loves to make plans and lists, and loves even more to cross things off those lists. She is practical and efficient. She can run the perfect household or a successful business with equal grace. While she enjoys external recognition, she gets even more satisfaction through accomplishing her own projects. She can become too focused on the material world. For example, in trying to create the perfect birthday party, she may neglect the little birthday girl who wants to help. Okay, so Taurus, that's your reading for March. Those are your clarifying cards. If you like this reading, please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I'll leave my email underneath the video if you would like to reach out to me for a personal reading. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.